it so you guys think I actually like don't know what I'm doing if you just read everything.
Oh, well, I gotta take a picture of it. So.
All right, so this is a casting of a dinosaur track that was actually stolen back in 2004. Right? You get on there? We'll just go with 04 since it's not on there. It was stolen, and someone came up here in the middle of the night and pried it out of the ground. It was actually right over there. But they figured out who it was because there are cameras as we come in. He also posted it on social media. He posted pictures of it and
Oh,
stuff.
that was smart.
Real smart guy. He didn't want to get caught with it, so he threw it into the Colorado River. He sent down divers for like 3 days trying to find it. Never did. So this one was going to the river. He wanted to make a coffee table top out of it. So he stole it. Fortunately, there's still a bunch in the ground over there. We're going to go see in just a minute where all those guys are over there. So behind us, the LaSalle Mountains. Perfect time of year to be here. It's my favorite time when it starts getting warmer and it's white up there because it's just a great contrast between the red and the white. The LaSalle Mountains, they were named after the Spaniards. They came through in the late 1800s. And in July, and it was about 110 degrees down here, and they saw little white spots up there. And they're like, it's so hot down here, there's no way that's snow up there. They thought it was salt deposits, so they called them the LaSalle Mountains, the Mountains de LaSalle, or the Salted Mountains. That is the second highest range in all of Utah. You can barely see Mount Peel, that middle right one over there, that's up in the clouds. That is just under, or just over 13,000 feet. So it's the second tallest peak in all of Utah. We have no 14,000 foot mountains in Utah, which is interesting because Colorado has 52 or something just a little ways away. So this is not part of the Rocky Mountains. This is an upheaval mountain range, so they're actually still growing slightly every year. It's not caused by volcanic activity. It's actually caused by fluffing away all the stuff that's on top of it. So when this was an ocean, it was under water, under volcanic activity, under ash, a whole bunch of different stuff over the last 200 million years. So as that all erodes away and gets washed away, this is what's left. So what we are driving on is prehistoric sand dunes. It is petrified sand dunes, where the actual scientific term is lithified sand dunes. Anyone know the difference? Anyone that much of a geek like me? No? Lithification is the process of hardening with non-living things. Petrification is the process of hardening with living organisms. So, there you go. You guys are now going to pass Jeopardy. So yeah, all of this used to be one massive desert or one large ocean as well. So, different times in the last 200 million years, kind of a crazy area. But in between there was swampy marsh areas. What we're standing on here is called mudstone. And we're driving on a sandstone. And the mudstone is just what it sounds like. It was wet, swampy marsh. You guys all remember watching Jurassic Park when the T-Rex goes through and goes and squishes into the mud? That's exactly what happened here. Squished into the mud, and then their tracks were left. So we're going to go check out what's left over. T-Rex was not thought to be right around here, but recently, in the last 2 years, they've actually found 3 T-Rex skeletons just west of here. So they do now have proof that T-Rex existed here as well. MOAB is home to a dinosaur that has never been found anywhere else. We all call it locally MOABsaurus. It does have an actual scientific name, but it's lovingly called MOABsaurus. And it actually wasn't even dug up. A BLM ranger was walking around after a big storm one day and was like, huh, there's a big dinosaur sticking out of the ground. And that's how we found MOABsaurus. So, only place in the world it's ever been found. The other cool part about MOAB is dinosaurs here, other than that one, have been found all over the world that match the ones that are here. So at some time, they were all connected. So, kind of cool with that. So, let's walk over this way. We'll start with the dinosaur tracks over here. While we walk over to my left, you guys see a really big fin. We call these big fins this dome over here. The biggest one, that is called Lion's Back. That was closed in 2001. It's now private property, and they're building resorts down there. Kind of silly in my opinion, but they're building resorts down there. They closed out on private property. 65-degree angle to get onto that thing at the bottom. You drive all the way to the top, and it's about 250 feet up, and then you do what I call the Austin Powers turn up on top. It's about a 15-point turn to turn around, and you come straight back down. If you're super nice and crazy, there is a way to get off the backside, but you have to span about a 3-foot gap with your tire. So at some point you're looking over a 300-foot drop with nothing but air on you. So that's how we used to get onto Hell's Revenge and drive that way. So we start with this big slab right here. There are two big dinosaur tracks in this slab that aren't really great to see. They get better as we go over. There's one big one there that's kind of going this way. And there's one over here, but lots of little tiny ones on this track. There's lots of little guys all over, these little three-toed guys. And they kind of look like little turkeys. They are kind of prehistoric turkeys. They're very small. They're only about 1.5 feet tall. They'd be snacks for the big guys we're going to go see over here. So they're kind of the hors d'oeuvres for these big guys over here. So as we come this way, there is actually another track going this way. There's three-toed facing that way. But then there's this guy's right foot right here. His left foot is all the way over there. I can't really get to it. These would have been 15 to 20 feet tall. They look a whole lot like T-Rex. These tracks are called Growlator and Ubrontis tracks. And they look a whole lot like T-Rex, but T-Rex is 50 million years old. These guys are 200 million years old. So, a little bit more older than the T-Rex. There's a few more over here as you go. This is kind of how that one got stolen, because as you can see, it's easy to kind of break them apart and take them. Luckily, there's no track on that one. But there is a good one right here. So, pretty cool area around. Any questions? So the next area we're going to go up is one of those areas that people decide that us guides are crazy and they don't want to follow us. But really it is the safest way up. We call it Sneaky Sneak. And the biggest thing is going to be commit to that driving up. It's going to be commit to that climb. Once you get on it, you just keep going and go right through it. You'll crawl right up it. You things are all so low to the ground, they just drive right up it. And it's about a 32-degree angle.